Ah, my God, there's ivy growing up the gate. You know, that's very romantic. Ivy is a plant that symbolizes holding on to things. Probably shouldn't have. It's probably bad luck to do that. But anyway, here we are holding on to something. We're holding on to the glorious past of France here today, somewhere, a couple hours out of Paris. And we're standing in what was the grand alley of this 17th century chateau. You're going to see that here on the other side of the road, which is now someone else's field, those trees used to be, well, the entrance to this wonderful place that we're going to go check out. Well, so we made it up here another 300 yards. And so we're in front of the facade of the 17th century chateau. And really the point here is just so that we can understand in furniture history that so many of these collectible works of decorative art were actually part and parcel of buildings like this. I suppose it still is very splendid, but you see now that if we turn around, we actually see that there are beams supporting the ceiling. Now, of course, furniture is my specialty, so forgive me if I'm lacking in terms of intelligent things to say about 18th century French architecture. But just, you know, to entertain you, I thought we'd take a look at this wonderful dilapidated hallway. And then what's interesting is that we can see some of the architecture here in this bedroom, which of course is visible because the floor is missing. But what's cool here is that we are in what might have been the main, let's not fall through the ceiling, that's something to always avoid. But we might actually be in the master bedroom with the little balusters of the balcony that have now fallen off. But we see that we're actually lined up with the main alley of the chateau. That out in front we saw that wonderful alley of large 300-year-old trees. Well, now here we are in sort of the center room, which for that reason, it might have been the master bedroom. If we go over here, we're going to see that the two wings of the house, one on this side and the other, of course, on the corresponding side, these, I will admit, they're not in great shape. And so if we just peek out there, we're going to see that it needs a little bit of elbow grease there. The roof has fallen in, a little bit of foliage going on. But nevertheless, we see that despite all of the dust and all of the stuff that's piled up everywhere, that we are dealing with a roof that's very solid. It's structurally sound. And so that's part of why this beautiful place is still in visitable, recoverable condition. So anyway, we've glanced at the attic. Let's move on downstairs. And you know, all of this will really be interesting because in 2 years, maybe, if we're still friends with the owner, we can come back through here and do a video to see this transformation. But anyway, we're back in the grand stairway, this 18th century style, probably made in the 19th century stairway. A little bit more graffiti. Dining room, we're going to see that the room has conserved, nevertheless, quite a lot of its wall paneling, which are in this, just like the stairway, in this 18th century curvilinear Rococo style. And I think my favorite part about this room, if we come over here, is the mirror, which my friend has reminded me, it's actually a contiguous mirror, which makes us think it's probably not from the 18th century. We're going to notice on portable mirrors that 18th century ones are often divided because at the time they didn't have the technology to make contiguous mirrors. But anyway, nevertheless, it's wonderful to have a mirror of this size, to see the recessed portion here of the window wells, and then also to see that there are mirrors as well, probably some spiders that one should always watch out for.